In the bustling town of Lumina, a young woman named Kayla was well known for her charm and beauty. Her confidence in her appearance was evident, but it masked a deeper obsession, the pursuit of the perfect body. Kayla's friends often teased her about her vanity, but she took it as a compliment. She was determined to keep up with societal trends regardless of the cost. Kayla had a secret. Every week she visited a roadside vendor named Uncle Musa, a self-proclaimed herbalist who sold miracle medications and herbs from his van. The vehicle's loudspeakers blasted advertisements for his products, promising quick fixes for weight loss, body enhancement, and glowing skin. Uncle Musa's concoctions were unregulated, but Kayla's desperation blinded her to the risks. "Kayla, my special mix will give you the curves you want," Uncle Musa assured her one afternoon as she handed him a wad of cash. "No pain, no gain, right?" Kayla smiled nervously, ignoring the sharp smell of the potion he handed her. "As long as it works," she replied. Her obsession wasn't limited to her body. She spent hours scrolling through social media, envying influencers who flaunted their designer outfits and perfect lives. Inspired, Kayla began cutting corners to afford the latest fashion trends, often ignoring her basic needs. Her roommate, Talia, noticed the change. "Kayla, don't you think you're overdoing it?" Talia asked one evening as Kayla preened in front of the mirror. "You don't understand," Kayla snapped. "If I don't take care of myself, who will?" But things took a dark turn when Kayla started experiencing severe side effects from Uncle Musa's treatments. Her skin broke out in rashes, and she developed excruciating stomach pains. Despite her deteriorating health, she refused to stop. One fateful day, Kayla attended a wedding dressed in a tight, shimmering gown she had spent weeks saving for. As she entered the venue, heads turned, whispers of admiration following her. She felt invincible, her confidence a shield against the subtle nausea rising within her. The warm glow of chandeliers cast an almost ethereal light on her, and for a moment she believed nothing could ruin her night. But beneath her confident facade, Kayla's stomach churned violently, a warning she chose to ignore. She reached for a glass of champagne, hoping to settle her nerves. Instead, the fizzy drink only made the sharp pain in her stomach intensify. "I'm fine," she whispered to herself, her grip tightening around the glass. As the evening wore on, Kayla found herself at the center of attention during the reception's dance circle. Determined not to lose her spotlight, she twirled and swayed, the vibrant fabric of her gown shimmering with every move. Onlookers clapped and cheered, but she couldn't ignore the growing discomfort in her body. The pain became sharper, like a knife twisting inside her. Her vision blurred, the colors of the hall melting into indistinct patterns. Suddenly, her knees buckled. Gasps erupted as she crumpled to the floor. Her gown glittered under the chandeliers, now stained with spilled drinks and the panic of those rushing to her aid. The joyous atmosphere of the wedding shattered into chaos. Her parents, who were among the guests, sprinted to her side, their faces etched with terror. Kayla's breathing was shallow, her skin cold and clammy. Someone shouted for an ambulance. Sirens pierced the night air as murmurs spread among the crowd. "Did you see the way she looked? Could it be food poisoning?" Others whispered darker theories, their imaginations running wild. At the hospital, the truth unraveled in horrifying detail. The doctors revealed that the medications Kayla had been taking, the potions and powders she trusted so blindly, had wreaked havoc on her body. Toxic chemicals had silently poisoned her organs, leading to severe internal damage, organ failure, and the onset of a rare, aggressive cancer. The news hit her family like a sledgehammer. "Why didn't you tell us, Kayla?" her mother pleaded, tears streaming down her face. "We could have helped you." Kayla's voice, now a faint whisper, broke under the weight of her guilt. "I thought I could handle it," she murmured. "I just wanted to feel beautiful." The journey to recovery was grueling. Kayla endured multiple surgeries and weeks of painful treatments. Her once radiant skin became pale and blotchy. Her hair thinned and the confident spark in her eyes dimmed. For months, she lay in her hospital bed, wrestling with shame and regret, but the ordeal didn't end there. A few nights after her initial surgery, Kayla awoke to find her hospital room shrouded in an eerie stillness, a shadow moved by her bedside. Startled, she gasped, only to realize it was another patient, a young woman clutching an IV pole for support. "I'm sorry," the woman said, her voice shaking. "I've been too scared to talk to anyone. They told me what happened to you. I had a botched surgery trying to look like those girls on Instagram." She paused, tears glistening in her eyes. It's terrifying, isn't it? How far we're willing to go. The two women spent the rest of the night talking, their shared pain forging an unexpected bond. It was in those moments that Kayla began to understand she wasn't alone in her struggles. Her collapse had become the talk of Lumina, sparking outrage over unregulated beauty practices. People shared similar stories, turning Kayla into an unwitting symbol of a deeper problem. Her transformation from victim to advocate was slow, but deliberate. With every painful step, she rebuilt herself, not just physically, but emotionally. The stage was set for a story she would one day share, not as a cautionary tale of vanity, but as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Kayla's collapse became the talk of Lumina, fueling public outrage over the unregulated roadside vendors like Uncle Musa. Her story was shared widely, and activists called for stricter regulations on beauty products. Meanwhile, Kayla herself vowed to turn her suffering into a force for change. She began writing about her experience, detailing the dangers of shortcuts to beauty and the toll it took on her health. Her raw honesty struck a chord with many women, who saw their own insecurities mirrored in her words. Kayla's journey from a place of despair to one of advocacy became an inspiration. 1 year later, at a community event where she was invited to speak, Kayla stood on stage, her voice steady but her hands trembling. "We're told we need to look a certain way to be valued," she began, her eyes scanning the audience. "But beauty isn't worth risking your health or your life. I learned that the hard way. Now I'm here to tell you, you're enough just as you are." Kayla's story sparked a community conversation about harmful societal pressures. Workshops were organized to educate women on body positivity, self-worth, and the dangers of unregulated beauty products. Kayla, now an advocate, shared her story at these events. "We need to redefine beauty," she told a crowd one evening. "True beauty comes from within, not from dangerous shortcuts or expensive clothes."
I hope you enjoyed the tale. If so, please like the video, share it with your family and friends. Comment on it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell for more enchanting tales like this one. Goodbye.